I'm here today with Michael J. Walls, who is Head of Finance with AndOpen, a Dublin-based tech startup. So Michael is a chartered accountant with over 10 years PQE and is going to talk to us today about his career and I suppose life as an accountant in general. So Michael, thank you very much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me. Hopefully I have some useful insights, Jean.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Firstly, starting off, you trained with KPMG. I suppose, what prompted you to get into accountancy in the first place?
Well, I suppose I'll go right back to the start. I actually grew up on a farm, Jean, and when I was growing up, I either wanted to be an accountant or a vet because I was good at maths and I was good at science.
Okay.
And the deciding moment for me, I think I was 13 or 14, one of my dad's cows was giving birth and had to have a cesarean. So I got to watch the vet perform this and decided pretty quickly that accountancy was for me. There was less blood involved. So that was pretty much it. Did GCSEs in accounting. I did A-levels in accounting. I went on to University of Ulster and studied, you guessed it, accountancy. And while I was there, I actually didn't pass my final year, just coming to terms with a lot of stuff, kind of being out on my own for the first time. So I had to go off, negotiate with the course director, and I got to finish my degree on a part-time basis over 2 years. So I knew I really, really wanted it.
Yeah.
And I was working part-time in the finance department of a company in Belfast called Phoenix Gas, which was an amazing experience. And I actually was going to go down a different professional accountancy route while I was there, but happened to be on the KPMG website one night and came across this role in a newly created department called Business Advisory Services. So I kind of was just like, do you know what? I'll stick in my CV and see what comes out of it. And next thing you know, I was in for an interview, had to do a presentation in front of the partner, had the job, and then got the job. So I was over the moon. So all I had to do was get my 2-1, which I did. And then I enrolled in my training contract there. I was one of 26 in the Belfast office that year. It was an amazing experience to get in. Yeah.
Absolutely. I can only imagine, especially like a training with the Big Four, etc. Always a good thing.
Exactly. And even up before that, Jean, I was always interested in accountancy. Like I do my dad's VAT returns. He'd actually ship me off to other people to do their VAT returns for them. So I was like using Excel and figuring out how to do that. Yeah. And also had a part-time job, when I was younger, working in the livestock market as well. So I was getting to mix both farming and accountancy. I think accountancy was more for me than like a man's study.
Absolutely.
Yep. So that's the story of how I got interested in accounting. And while I was in KPMG, I was because it was a new department, I was lucky because it kind of was a jack of all trades. I wasn't sure whether everybody wanted me or nobody wanted me. I got to work on economic appraisals, I got to work on audits, I got to work on IT audits. I remember doing a business continuity review for this public sector organization. I was like, what the hell am I going to do? But it was great because, it wasn't just about numbers. Yeah, it wasn't just about the numbers. Looking at a process, understanding it, and it was a great learning curve for me. And then towards the end of my experience, then my training contract, the recession had hit, Jean, as you're probably well aware, and there was a lot of restructuring work. So I actually did my final year of my training contract in our restructuring department, which was a phenomenal experience to get as well. Hopefully never have to go back to.
Absolutely.